Tonight on CTV, Me+3 is back on the ASCSU agenda once again.
Then we take a look at a new drone workshop for students.
And later, the Foothills campus parking regulations are seeing some changes.
All this and more starting right now on CTV News.
Good evening, Rams. Thank you for joining us this evening. I'm Emma Iannacone.
And I'm Ryan Crist. Let's get started.
Since 2015, ASCSU has been working to implement a change to the Fort Collins Housing Ordinance, U+2. U+2 prevents more than 3 unrelated people from living in a single residence. In recent years, ASCSU has been promoting a replacement for it with a new ordinance, Me+3. Last year, they approved a total of nearly $43,000 for surveys and campaigning, including a plane that flew over campus with a banner to promote the surveys. ASCSU says their goal is to raise awareness to students rather than pushing a new policy. For more information about Me+3 and ASCSU's campaigns, you can check today's Collegian newspaper.
Drones have been taking off in more ways than one. CSU has its own drone workshop, a course designed to give students real-world experience with this new production tool. The drone workshop at CSU is in its second semester of flying.
Go ahead and take it.
And this group of students are filming an action scene for their class.
We're making the class pretty fun this semester, I think, we're actually using drones to make a promotional video for the class. And so we went out to Christman Field and we're basically shooting a mini movie. It's really cool to see everybody kind of have their roles. You know, everybody kind of has a vision for what this is going to look like, but we have people who are really taking on director role, people who are taking on like costumes and sound.
Tell them this is full speed. Everyone, this is full speed. Dave, can you actually move?
While this class may sound like it's all just fun and games, they are also learning the rules of drones.
I thought it was very beneficial because when I came into it, I thought it was just going to be kind of like learn how to fly a drone. And we did that, but we also learned the technical things that you need to know to pass the test to get your official drones license. And there's a lot of stuff that I would have not known that you had to do for that and know.
So really, my goal for the class is to just expose the students to all the different aspects of how these drones are being used today.
Drones aren't only being used for video production. There's a new CSU Drone Center established to help scientists with their research.
The local church in support of lockers for the homeless has been given approval by the Fort Collins City Council. However, the approval is not for 24/7 access. Last Tuesday, the City Council said the Mennonite Fellowship must provide staff supervision for the lockers from 6 in the morning until 8 in the evening. These restrictions come after concerns for safety and cleanliness in the area. Lori Davis, who led the appeal for the lockers, says she thinks these restrictions will lead to safe outcomes and more success for the lockers.
The nationwide search to find the next president of Colorado State University is in effect. The Board of Governors assembled a search committee, and the members will be in charge of designing search criteria and interviewing applicants before ultimately recommending them to the Board of Governors. The board will hire the new president according to a university press release. The committee will be comprised of staff, faculty, students, and other community stakeholders.
It's no secret parking on campus can be a pain, especially when you get a ticket. Up until now, one area of campus has been free, but that's about to change. For years, parking at the CSU Foothills campus has been relatively easy, but it will soon be transitioning to permit parking in August. CSU officials met with people using the lots to find out how to make the transition as easy as possible.
We've been out there to gather more information from the folks who work out there about what their business is, what their business needs are, what some of their personal needs are as it relates to either parking out there or getting to and from the campus.
Paying for a service that used to be free isn't likely to be a popular move, but facilities management says that the need for upkeep outweighs the convenience of free parking.
While there is no permit parking, there also is largely no mechanism to maintain parking lots, keep them well lit, and then provide the same accommodation you'd have on main campus.
The Foothills campus doesn't have as many conveniences as the main campus. There's only one public transit bus route that travels to the Foothills campus once an hour. Officials say that increasing public transit is an option, but it would be tailored specifically to the Foothills campus needs.
A transport type service, the best one out for that location, or do we need to look at other transportation options that might lend more flexibility and more increased service?
At this time, the final plan to convert to a paid lot isn't in place. Once the details are hammered out, the public will have more input to hopefully make the Foothills campus parking transition as smooth as possible.
I'm confident that whatever is deployed out of Foothills campus will have options just like there are on main campus. It's not to say that they're going to be the same options. They may be tailored to the unique needs of Foothills campus.
Before the plan is implemented next August, improvements to the lots will begin in the summer months.
The Poudre Fire Authority responded to an explosion at an apartment complex Wednesday morning. An unidentified worker from the Seasons at Horsetooth Crossing Apartments on Wabash Street caused an accidental explosion while using a flammable spray during a repair. The worker suffered first and second degree burns. Thankfully, no other injuries were reported. PFA is currently investigating the explosion. Residents were able to return to their apartments later in the day.
A Fort Collins man has filed a lawsuit against a local King Soopers after he contracted E. coli earlier this year. Court documents allege that William Glazer was one of 200 people affected after eating romaine lettuce coming from Arizona farms. Glazer says that he purchased a head of lettuce from the North College Avenue King Soopers location and spent nearly 5 weeks in the hospital. Glazer suffered from permanent kidney damage. Glazer is one of more than 100 represented by food safety lawyer Bill Marler, who is seeking lost wages, medical, and travel expenses.
We're now joined with weather anchor Carson Porterfield. Carson,
Come on in
what
here,
was it like
Carson.
seeing the snow? It was very early this year. What do you think?
Yeah, you know, it's especially this time of year, right when fall has started, it's so just kind of unusual to be seeing that snow coming in, especially how it was yesterday of that on and off, that rain mixed in there. And it's actually not the last we're going to see of it. This Saturday night around 10 p.m., that same snowfall will be coming and staying till about 8 a.m. on that Sunday morning.
Oh, geez. Yeah,
Yeah.
that even stuck up in the hills.
Yeah, it kind of scattered all across Colorado, especially in the eastern, northern side. So,
Wow. Well,
yeah.
we appreciate you spending your part of the evening with us, but don't go anywhere because Jessica Mendoza is bringing us a live update from the women's volleyball game.